Hello everyone, welcome to Deeksha Karnataka YouTube channel. So many of you have asked me that, sir, why do you think the rank is inflated? What is rank inflation? Why I was expecting a rank of 2000, my rank came around 9000. I was expecting a rank around 8000, my rank is now 18,000. Why it is so? First of all, let us understand that the rank cannot be actually predicted. So those who are claiming that this will be your rank if you get this score are actually based on historical data, and that marks are changing every year. The results are improving every year, but there is a process of how your KCET rank is calculated. So basically I will help you to understand why you feel that your rank is inflated. Actually it is not. So that is one very important part that you have to understand, and that's why if you see in our channel we have not done anything called rank predictor. Okay, rank predictor is done by many of the other channels based on, because obviously you are interested in that, you want to hear good things about your score and it is a basically you can say it's a false information. We don't like to give you any false information. That's why we have not done that, even though we have got the request from many of you, what should be my rank if I get this much marks. So do not focus on those videos. Those who have done it, they have purposefully done it just to give you a false hope, but we are not here to give you false hope. So let us understand how the marks is calculated and what should be your process now. What should you do even if you have got a higher rank? So I will explain everything in this session, so don't go anywhere. And obviously if you are watching our channel for the first time, do subscribe it and share this video with your friends, those who think that their ranks are inflated. So what is the process of calculation of your rank? So let us understand. KCET rank is not based on your KCET marks alone. Very important part, that when you think that okay, my KCET score is 120, his KCET score is 90, his rank is 10,000, my rank is 15,000, how is it possible? So let us understand in that detail. Okay, for engineering, KEA considers 50% of your KCET marks and 50% of your PUC marks. So we tell that every time, right? 50% KCET, 50% PUC. What is the exact meaning of that? We will go into deeper dive with proper example as well. Okay, so PCM marks are mainly for your class 12th exam. PCM marks are considered to prepare your final rank. So board marks can strongly affect your final rank. So if someone who having a mark say 90 in KCET, having a very decent marks in board can be a higher rank than you. So let us understand that as well. So first part is obviously your KCET marks. So you are appearing in KCET exam and you are writing the exam out of 180. So 180 is the maximum marks. 60 marks physics, 60 chemistry, 60 maths. Total 180 marks is that that you are fighting for. So out of 180 marks, suppose someone scored 120 marks. Okay, decent marks. So what is the meaning of 120 out of 180 marks means when it is calculated for your score? So basically they will consider the percentage only. So percentage of 120 out of 180 is basically 66.67%. Okay, 50% of that is half of this. Basically 50% means half. So first they convert this score into percentage, and then they convert it into half of that, that is 33.33. So your KCET contribution, KCET marks contribution is 33.33. that is your final, that will be added in your final score. Now what about PCM? So PCM board marks are also considered for your board exam. Now suppose someone scored a decent 270 marks in their board exam. Okay, decent 270 marks, which is actually 90% in terms of basically in board exam, for especially for those who are appearing for PU board, the scores are really high. So every year the top score actually increasing. You have seen the many students have scored 300 out of 300 in board exam. Okay, board exam papers were also moderately easier. Those who have not scored out, they appeared for the improvement exam and they gave the improvement exam, and their score, most of the students in the topper segment, they have scored out in the board exam. So that is very important, your focus, and you have ignored your board for most of the part, and then final 2-3 months you started studying for board exam and you scored 270 marks, which is decent. So actually 270 means 90%, but when it comes to KCET, 50% of 90% is actually 45%. Now what is your KCET total will be? So KCET percentage is 66.67, board percentage 90%. So when your final rank is calculated, is basically half of this percentage, half of this percentage. When you add them, it will be 78.33%. So even if with a decent score like 120 in KCET, 270 in board, your final score is only 78.33. So if you see, the topper scored 99.5%. So 99.5%. So that gap is actually huge, and your rank will be in the higher side of 10,000. Right? So even with the 78% percentile or percentage, your rank will not be very good. So you have to understand that. So that's why we always say that focus on PU board, focus on PU board. Most of you have ignored it, and now you are realizing why the difference is, why the rank is inflated, because the board score, the board marks were excellent for many of the students. Even if they had an average KCET exam, board score was very, very, very good, and that played a major role when your KCET final rank was calculated. So now let's conclude that your final score is the compared with the all other KCET candidates. So whatever you have scored 78.33, it is now your basic rank holder. So that based on that percentage, it is now calculated for all the students across Karnataka. 3 lakh something students who have appeared for filled the form. I think 2,90,000 students appeared for KCET exam. So for all the 2,90,000 students, those who have appeared, their final score is now calculated based on that percentage number. So that percentage number, whoever has small bit of higher percentage will be ranked higher than you. So if you scored 78.33, someone scored 78.34, that student will be slightly higher than you. So even 1 mark difference can increase your rank by hundreds. Okay, and say 5-10 marks will increase your rank difference by 1,000. So because in the closer rank, when the rank is between 1 to say 10,000, in that gap there are a lot of students with full marks of board scores and a decent marks in KCET. So they are combined in that branch, and it goes in higher side also. But as the rank, the score of board exam is increased, your final rank has increased also. So you are expecting 2,000 rank, you are getting a 10,000 rank, because you have at least 5-10 marks less than some topper students. Okay, so that is why your rank has decreased, right? So that's why it is not wise to predict KCET rank, and you cannot say that okay, I will score around 270 to 80 marks in board, I will score around 120 marks in KCET, I will get a good rank. It is no longer possible, because many students are doing well, especially in the board exam segment. So that's why your rank, you feel that it is inflated, but as I mentioned, there is no inflation. It is actually students are doing better. Students are doing better. The paper, KCET paper was also easier. So even if you have missed out one question, that one question can cost you a huge rank difference. So the competition is increasing every day. So if someone from 2027 is watching this video, you should also take a note of this. The competition is increasing every day. It is no longer that I will prepare for JEE and KCET will be my backup. It is no longer possible, because KCET competition is also increasing. There are many students who are primarily focusing for KCET for throughout the year, and they are doing excellent in their exam. So you have to prepare thoroughly for KCET exam. right? So now higher final score means better rank, but exact rank depends on competition, number of students, difficulty level, and tie break rules. So there are some tie break rules as well. For example, if two students have the same score, okay, exactly 78.33, suppose there are say 100 students are exactly on the 78.33 score percentage, it is quite possible. Then they check, there are few criteria. For example, who has the highest KCET score compared to PU board. So KCET score is given importance. Now if the KCET scores are also tied, then they check whoever has filled up the whoever has higher marks in mathematics, then chemistry, then physics, I think mathematics, physics, and chemistry. So this is the order. So suppose someone has a higher marks in mathematics, 1 mark high in mathematics compared to other subjects, so that boy gets the higher rank. Now if everything is same, mathematics, physics, chemistry, all the marks are same, then they consider whoever has filled the form first. So that's why we always say try to fill the form first, do not wait for the last day. So whoever has filled the form first, they gets a better preference, they get the higher rank. So these are all the criteria. There are lot of criteria for tiebreaker. They do not reveal all the processes, those who we know from internal, some of the internal discussions with the other people. So that is the basic rules. Okay. So when there is a tie break, they consider whoever has the so all the, if everything is tied, then they consider whoever has filled the form first. Okay. Student whose class 12 marks are missing, so some of you may not have received the rank, so that is because your class 12 mark may not be updated. So do not forget to update it. There is a deadline going on, so you have to go into your portal, you have to fetch your rank, fetch your 12th marks from there, and you will get a rank as soon as possible, right? So rank immediately, because the board marks are needed for your rank calculation. So basically your final board marks are missing, that's why your ranks are also missing. So do not panic, just wait and update your 12th marks so that you get a rank. Okay, rank for rank, your 12th marks are compulsory. Now what should you do if your rank, you feel that rank is what I have not received? So many students feel that their KCET rank is inflated because they compare only their KCET marks with the others. They do not compare the PU marks. So you think that I got 150, he got 145, so I should get a better rank than him. Actually, he got a better rank in PUC and he toppled you because his PUC marks are more. So that's why it is very important to understand the role of PUC marks, because most of the time you forget the PUC score is also important for your final rank calculation. So, so you have to calculate this in the 50-50 formula, right? So PUC board PCM marks carry equal weightage. That's why two students with similar KCET marks can get very different ranks based on their PUC score. Right? So this is why you feel the score is inflated, the rank is inflated, but actually it is not inflated. More students are doing well. That's why your rank is increased than what it should be. Right? So that is very, very important point to remember. Now what should be your task right now? I have discussed this in our previous video as well, but it is very important to remember these things. Your exams are over, nothing is in your hand now. Now what is in your hand? The counseling process, which is about to start very soon. The counseling announcement will happen, so you have to prepare for the counseling and you have to be ready for counseling. You should not make any mistakes in the counseling, and with proper strategy, proper counseling process, you may beat the friend who has a slightly better rank than you, right? So what should be your strategy? A good rank helps you to enter in a good college, but your skills, projects, internship, and consistency decide your final career. So even if you are studying in a not so good college, if you are dedicated, if you are hardworking, definitely you will get a better job than someone who is studying at a slightly better college than you. All the colleges are almost same except few of them, top few colleges which seats are limited. Other than that, most of the colleges offer almost equal infrastructure, so you do not worry too much about it. Okay, so take your rank seriously, but don't take it personally. So you do not need to cry a lot, because crying will not help. You have to take it seriously now, but not personally. So that is important part. Now your real task is not to regret. Do not regret too much. That will actually hamper your process. You will forget your goal of getting into a good college. So that is very important part. Your real task is to smart counseling. Smart counseling, we have done a video yesterday, so do check that out. What should be your smart task, what should be your strategy for that. First, check cutoffs. We are doing videos every day on cutoffs, so do check them out. How to which colleges should be your preferred colleges based on your ranks. Okay, compare colleges. Plan your options. There should be 3 buckets. Always I mention three different buckets should be there. One is your dream, which you may not get. The second should be your realistic options, which is difficult, but you are most likely get them, and safe, where you are definitely getting the college. So these 3 options should be there with you always. And choose with a calm mind. Do not hurry. Do not be forced by others that I am choosing computer science. You also have to choose computer science. Don't do it. Check your preferences, check your options, then only decide. Because KCET rank is one result. Your future still has many more options. Okay, and in a good college, the branch is not that important. Yes, it is important to a certain extent, but it is not that important. If you are studying in a good college, definitely you will get multiple opportunities. You have to take them and you have to grow from there. Now your career is in your hand. It is your future is in your hand, right? So your KCET exam is over. Focus on counseling. If you are doing smart counseling, definitely you will get a better college than many of other friends, right? All the best for your counseling process. I will come back and we will make more counseling updates and counseling videos as well to help you out with all the branches, all the courses. We will try to bring them to you as much as possible, right? I'll be back with more videos very soon. Till then, bye.